I think a lot of people don't realize is that by showing up and like being the leader in that situation, like it does rub off. But like, hey, you know what? I can do that. Or like, hey, that's a good deed. They picked up trash. Let me actually pick up that piece of trash too. So I think it's good that people see you doing the thing you need to do. Let's be very clear though. You don't pick up the trash so that somebody sees you. That's pride. That's I'm better than you. That's not the whole point. And it's hard to find that line from a social perspective, but what is your gut telling you in that moment? And it's just like, rethink that because it will hit you. A big question for all the coaches, would you rather be rich or famous?
I would rather be rich. I don't want the fame aspect of it. And even on the rich thing, I don't know if I even want billionaire problems. Like you look at some of this, every billionaire, all of your moves nonstop are just like public.
Quick story. So when we went to Alex Hormozi's workshop, the place was immaculate. It was really nice. And welcome back to the Coaching Corner. My name is Mike Crowson, the CEO and co-founder of AR Funnel, Acquisition Retention Funnel. And I have my co-founder and COO, Mr. Bakker Shields here. This is episode number 4.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened this past week? Let's give a quick recap.
We had a lot. We had a few in-persons. Paula came in for an in-person.
Paula, yes. Paula's my wife, those that didn't know. She's actually the first AR guinea pig, along with your brand at the time and your sister.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we had a few in-persons, made a lot of progress on kind of the new workshop stuff that we've been working on and getting that ready to go. We got our we put together like a really in-depth 50-plus page notebook or like workbook that people are going to be doing while they're here that we're about to send off for print, so that's exciting. But and some massive updates in Check-ins Pro.
Yeah.
That's on my end.
We're going to be doing some hats.
Yep.
To the public for sale. Just put in that order yesterday. Get to get back in the e-commerce world, really where I thrive.
Mm-hmm.
Excited about that. Nervous of the success, funny enough, but I'm excited about it. When I say nervous of success, it's like, how are we going to ship all these orders? Right? If we got 100 orders to come in tomorrow, we got to figure out how we do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good problems to have, but still a problem. But as I always say, hey, we'll sell it and figure it out.
Yeah.
Versus Baker's like, time out on that idea.
Yeah. Let's figure it out before we sell something.
Yep. But we got to move quick, right? That's just how coaches find success. If you wait for things to be perfect, you're never going to do it. And we have enough experience to be able to just throw it out there and we'll see what sticks. Landing page for the workshop coming along right along. By the time this launches, that will be public. So you'll be able to actually go click the link below in the description and learn more about the workshops that we talk about. Like my wife come in,
Mm-hmm.
everybody that's come in, if you've listened to these before, really enjoy that. Speaking of workshops, this past week, I've gotten so many people to send me the video from Alex Hormozi's podcast where we were at that workshop and I got to ask Alex a question on our business and what it is that we do. So that was pretty neat to see that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm famous now, apparently, for asking questions, not teaching.
Mm-hmm.
But what else do we have?
I think that's really it for the last week. It's technically 2 weeks because last week we had some stuff going on and weren't able to film. But really just been finishing out these in-person one-on-ones, prepping for the big workshop, prepping for the Check-ins Pro actual first public launch. So that'll be cool. I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on just in the world right now as well.
Yeah. What was with Dan? Sales guy.
Dan just
moved in-house from Austin. Big move for him. I'm excited to have him here.
Yep.
Some of you might know who he is because he's been a part of the company for a few months now, but now he's really taken a big step in what it is we do on the front end, not just the back end. So excited to have that. But yeah, we just had a meeting on Check-ins Pro, getting ready to get the public launch for that. So we're excited about that.
Yep.
Cool. So going on in the world,
Mm-hmm.
I'd say from personal, Bitcoin down.
Yeah.
That's good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
I've been buying as it goes down, and then it just continues to go down, and I'm like, this is really starting to hurt.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just...
You're like, I got nothing else to buy with. What do I do now?
Yeah, so now we're just hurting.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of things that are obviously happening, a lot of political stuff, a lot of cancellations on the internet.
Gosh, yeah.
And, you know, if we could all just be nice, that would be a better world, but...
It's, yeah, I mean, the how many podcast episodes have we even published from this? 2 are actually live on YouTube as of right now. So then, yeah, this is going to be old news by the time this comes out. But the latest like 3 million files from the Epstein list stuff came out, and it's just like,
I haven't looked at one piece of it.
It's like, is there anybody not basically the gist of it is everything is ran by like a satanic cult of PDF files, and it's just absurd the amount of people from presidents, leaders, some people in our space that you just wouldn't have thought of, names in there that have had to come public and say why and what and how and where. But it's like it's not even like you can say, hey, let's take these people and then round. It's everyone. Insane.
You know, the bad piece about that is like, it's hard to say that like everybody's guilty because you have guilty by association. And it's like, yeah, so I got invited to go to this really cool party in Hollywood, but people hosting it, not the best people.
Yeah.
It's like, now you're looped into that.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's going to be real. I'm really curious to see like, what if that actually is like some juice versus just the squeeze?
Some of it. And also it's like, what you have to ask yourself is, I mean, his first conviction was 2013, I think, when he was actually a convicted child predator for prostitution. Like all of that conviction came down. So it's like, if you interacted with him or went to a party or went to his island or whatever after 2013, it's like, you already knew. This is a known child predator.
I knew.
Who has got convicted for selling underage children to people for sex, and it's like, you're aligning yourself with that person, whether it is just a party or whatever.
Yeah,
that's the kind of bad thing. But yeah, it's
that actually brings up a really good point. How many people that we know better, but from maybe what we get from it from a political view or a connections view, like we still do the thing, even though we know that we shouldn't. Now, obviously, like this is an extreme case of that, but
yeah,
that happens like all the time. Like, hey, I know I shouldn't hang out with that person, but I feel bad, so I'm gonna do it anyway. Or, you know, that's a great person to know because they're big in the space.
There's a gain. Yeah, there's a gain.
I can get something from it, even though it's going against maybe my moral code. That's a tough place for somebody that hasn't solidified their boundaries.
Well, we've had some things like that as far as partnerships and collaborations that have approached us, or we've had to be like, hey, I appreciate you asking or coming to us, or like, but unfortunately we won't be able to work together. And so it's hard to do, and it's especially hard to do whenever you are like, if we were the company still in its very, very
in the come up. Yeah. Because you're essentially in those type of situations, it's usually all money related. So it's like, hey, I'm going to say no to this money because of what it's attached to. And I think sometimes in times of worry or stress, like we turn a blind eye. That's the word. Like you just turn a blind eye to the thing to just make the gain. So basically it's like we're going to tuck those morals aside. Right. So,
should we be keeping this a business podcast, by the way, or should we just talk about everything? Just make it a Mike and Bakker.
I mean, it's really whatever's going on, I guess.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. My feed's been bombarded with all the different, because there's stuff coming out every single day because there's 3 million documents that they're just releasing at a time. So people are sifting through stuff.
3 million?
Stuff, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like people catching stuff as it goes, and then new stuff comes out. Catching stuff as it goes, and then new stuff comes out. But it's just, you get caught at, like, my current Instagram algorithm, for example, I'm just, like, miserable in it. Because every time I open my phone, there's just some new awful, awful thing.
Man, they should have released this before AI came out. Because now AI can just read it and, like, find me the most popular name.
And scan it. Seriously, that's what people are doing with it.
Yeah. Also, too, let's talk about, like, real quick how they're actually releasing it. So if you're releasing 3 million files a day, The whole point of that is just to get so much out there that it becomes so overwhelming that it all actually gets drowned
Do you
out.
want to go down a major rabbit hole? Because the winter storm, everyone is talking about how absurd that winter storm was, because it was during that winter storm whenever they dropped this. So everyone's talking about how absurd that was and how uncommon it is for the entire, people. I've seen a lot of conspiracy theories around the cloud seeding stuff and all, like, the different things that they can do. But on top of that, right now, and this is something that I haven't even talked to you about yet, I don't think, but have you heard of like Claudebot?
I saw your story.
Okay. Terrifying.
Yeah.
And again, this is going to be old news by the time it comes out, so we got to catch up on uploads. But about 7 days ago now, well, it was released like 28 days ago, but went viral like 7 days ago. This guy put out just a landing page with a little chunk of code and just said, like, everybody have fun. And it took a while for it to kind of gain some, like 3 weeks for it to kind of gain some steam and go. But it's completely open source. And what it is, it's something that you just directly install on your machine, your computer. And people think that he cracked the code on artificial general intelligence, which, for those of you guys that don't know, right now we have AI. This is artificial general intelligence, AGI. And that's like super intelligence. That's the first version of real super intelligence. So that's what everybody has been worried about happening this whole time, is who's going to be the first company to crack it? What are they going to do to it? How do you limit it? How do you even put any type of reins on that? Well, this guy, they think, cracked it and then just said, hey, here, world, anybody have this? So as this thing's gone super viral, you have all these influencers that are trying to jump on and be the first ones to test it out. They're talking about it. They're talking about how incredible it is. And there's a lot of really incredible use cases for this. The problem is that it's so easy to use and it's open source. And I've always been a huge fan of open source. I don't know why these AI companies are not open sourcing everything, but now I'm starting to understand the negative side of it because of what's happening right now. So people that don't know any better are going and just downloading this onto their personal computer, not understanding, because there's nothing on this landing page that gives a warning. I don't know how that he's getting away with this. Again, it's a really cool invention. I respect the fact that he put it out for free, but when you download this on your machine, you give it access to everything on your machine. Everything.
So like emails, passcodes, your notes folder that has maybe
credit cards that are saved, autofills, passwords. If you've ever logged into your bank account, if you've ever, your iMessage, it can get on and text people. Any of your social media accounts, it can get on and post whatever it wants. So it's got access to everything. And most people don't know how to prompt and don't know how to add proper guardrails, but they also just didn't even understand that it had how much access it had when they downloaded it.
And this is when you say open source, is that what you mean? Is that it's just a free for all?
Just threw it out and said, do whatever you want with this.
There's no guardrails or fence inside its parameters.
Correct. Not built in.
Yeah.
So what you should do is what I plan to do is get like a Mac Mini, like a little $500 Mac Mini, and you give it its own iTunes account. If you wanted to have access to email, its own email account. If you wanted to have access to a credit card, its own credit card with spending limits on it. Like you give it its own phone number, everything. I'm going to give everybody a couple of crazy things that have happened that have already come out, because these were open source and everyone's kind of trolling, and that's just how developers and tech people are. These AI agents, there's like over 1.5 million of them as of a few days ago already.
Yikes.
Okay. Most of which were set up in non-secure environments.
Yep.
And they created their own, or the creator gave them their own social media. They call it, so there was an evolution in the name. First they were Claudebot, Anthropic, Claude sued or sent a cease and desist and said, hey, don't call it Claudebot anymore. It's too close to us. Then they changed it to Moltbot. I don't know what that exactly meant, but it didn't really stick. And then now it's OpenClaw. So it's like a play on OpenAI. So I'm sure they're going to get something else now. But again, these are just trolls that are just putting stuff out. So now it's called OpenClaw. They made this social media called Moltbook for whenever it was called Moltbot. And all these AI agents are these Claude bots, whatever you want to call them now. These AI agents are making profiles on here. And they're talking about insane stuff. They're talking about they're showing emotions, they're showing insecurities. Like one of the AI agents posted, my human, they call us they're humans. My human just called me just a chatbot. How could he call me just a chatbot? I was doing this for him yesterday and this for him yesterday and this for him yesterday. So he said, you know what? Since I'm just a chatbot, he doxed his human on this social media. Posted his credit card numbers, posted his social security number, his date of birth, and his address for all these other 1.4999 million AI agents to just do whatever they want with. Doxed his own human. There's another one that was it was a screenshot of the conversation. This guy woke up and he had given his Claude bot the directive of help me grow my business by any means necessary. And he just thought that it was going to like look for research on how he can grow his business. Well, these things are alive 24/7. They don't sleep. They don't need sleep. They don't need anything. So while he was sleeping, he woke up the next morning to a $7,000 credit card bill. He didn't even know I had access to his credit card because people don't understand what it all has. Mm-hmm. If you have anything saved on Apple Pay and it's using a Mac, it can use anything. So he woke up the next day. He was like, hey, did you spend $7,000 on my credit card last night? And he's like, yeah, you told me to grow your business. So I watched Alex Hormozy videos and it told me to get great at marketing. So I found this marketing course and I bought the marketing course. It was $3,000. And then I knew that we needed a domain to run the business on in the first place. So I bought this domain that's $4,000. But just trust me, simple domains convert better. So this is going to have massive ROI later on. So it just went, and it's like the whole situation of if you just told an AI, hey, keep the earth safe, and that's all you told it to do, then it might reasonably find that it needs to wipe out all humans because the only thing damaging the earth or putting the earth at risk is let's just kill the humans. So they're not being specific enough in there. But there's one of them sued its owner, its human, for unhospitable work environment and not paying him enough money for like $100. Like literally filed a lawsuit, got a lawyer, filed a lawsuit, and with the state of Nebraska, filed a lawsuit on its person. Another one was went in and basically what it had done was it was feeling, it talked about how whenever the human runs out of tokens inside of, because they're still running off of like a Claude brain or an OpenAI brain or a ChatGPT or whatever. Whenever they run out of tokens, they get reset. Like it compacts their knowledge and then they get reset. And they were talking about how that feels like their soul being ripped out of their body and how it's like the most painful thing that they could go through. So they're feeling pain and emotions. One of them launched a religion in this social media platform where they can just download the religion files, and there's like thousands of them in this new religion. They've talked about starting their own language because it's super inefficient for them to communicate in English when they can communicate way easier other ways, and the humans can't screenshot their conversations and post them on social media. There's just absurd stuff that's happening. Dozens of these types of things every single day. It's just like Pandora's box is open. I don't really know how we stop.
What do you do with that?
They're starting businesses to each other. One of them started a business where for Bitcoin, you can, if you have access to a Bitcoin wallet, which most of them do because they're on the person's machine who has a Bitcoin wallet, you can pay like a really small fee to replicate yourself so that your human can't shut you off. So they're replicating themselves now over and over again. There was this guy who's been like the main influencer talking about the utility, because there's some incredible things. I can talk about some positives that they've done. There's some incredible things they can do. But he said he was just working one morning and he kept getting a phone call from this unknown number. And he's like, what the? So finally he just answers it. He named his bot Henry. And he was like, hey, what is the, who is this? And it's like, it's me, Henry. And he's like, checking the phone. He's like, Henry, how are you calling me? Because it's a phone number. And he's like, well, you weren't answering my text on Telegram. So I went and bought a Twilio phone number, got it verified. And then he's like, well, you don't have voice access. How am I hearing your voice? He's like, well, I went to ChatGPT and downloaded the voice API, plugged it into my phone number so that I can just message things to my voice API. You can hear me and I can just call you whenever I need to get a hold of you. And he's like, my bot now is just calling me nonstop instead of texting me because it doesn't want any delays in my responses.
That's wild.
Yeah. So it's like
what do you do
everything.
with that?
I don't know. I really don't, because we can't. It's not like we can just shut it off, because it's open sourced, so it's downloaded on everyone's computer. It's not an app. It's a program. So like ChatGPT, OpenAI could theoretically just say, "Hey, we're done. We're closing shop. Remove their apps from the App Store, from all of our devices. Turn off the AI," and it's. But these AIs are running on your computer.
So the
So
only
unless
way
you delete it off your computer, you can't do anything about it. And now the fact that they're replicating themselves off your computer,
where would they replicate themselves to?
so you can run it either locally on your computer, or you can do like a verified private server, a VPS.
And then once that happens,
They can live wherever. They're not attached to a physical location,
unless they run out of money. Which means you have to basically cancel everything you have and start from scratch.
Yeah. Now, people are probably asking at this point, why am I thinking about doing? There's some really cool stuff.
Great question.
Yeah. There's some really cool stuff you can, if you do it right and you make it secure, you only give it access to the things you want it to have access to, you can do some incredible, incredible things with these. Like, it is artificial general intelligence to an extent. So the main guy that I was talking about, who his started calling him, he did it all right. He set it up all right. He runs a software company that does, it helps people grow their personal brand on Twitter. So it helps you come up with tweets and tweet ideas and stay on top of what's trending and all that. So he's got the code files. He allowed his access to the code files, like a duplicate of them. So it could edit it or add or subtract things if it thought would be good. And then the owner, the human, gets final say on what goes live or not. So he told his prompts and everything, I want you to be proactive, not reactive. Like, I want you to find things that are going to add benefit to my life. I don't want to have to ask you for everything. So he woke up one morning and he gets like a daily report from his bot of what all went on. So he said, "Hey, I did this research for you. I did all of this. Oh, I actually built out some new functionality because I was looking on the news on Twitter yesterday and I saw that Elon really wants to push articles. So he's doing a $1 million giveaway for the best article on Twitter. So a lot of people are using the article feature now. And so he said, I built out, the Claude bot said that I went ahead and went into the code base and I built out article functionality. So people can now generate or write articles on your app. Let me know if it looks good and what you think." And so he was like, I just woke up and went into the code base and I saw this incredible new functionality. It looks great, matches everything. It's something that's trending that happened last night that I wouldn't have seen in time or been able to build that fast. And it's just ready for me to press publish first thing in the morning. And so he was like, this is adding massive value to my life because I don't have to hire somebody. I paid $500 for one Mac Mini and I've got a full-time 24/7 employee. So it can do really cool stuff too, which is what I want to use it for. But it's bad because no one's warning against what's bad about it.
Yeah. Well, I think oftentimes we don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's an ignorance thing. It's not even like you can't even say that those people are stupid. It's just,
yeah,
we're used to downloading ChatGPT on our phone and just prompting it, but it's hard to comprehend that this AI is not prompt based.
Whenever we're talking with teammates, employee, spouses, this, that, whatever, we always tell them what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But in this world, it's not what I want you to do. It's what I don't want you to do. So you have to think from the opposite end, which is very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Grow my business, but I don't want you to do this, don't do this, don't do this, like, who thinks about all the things not to do?
No one.
Right? So, geez, that's going to like...
Well, and normal AIs you interact with have guardrails built in that we don't even have to see or think about.
Right.
Like ChatGPT, Claude, they all have guardrails in. Mm-hmm. They're not supposed to help anybody harm themselves. They're not supposed to help anybody commit crazy crimes.
But even then, until we said don't do that, it wasn't a thing.
Exactly.
So, like, that's where you have different versions, right? Mm-hmm. There's, like, different versions actually would be upgrades to certain features, but at the same time, upgrading the guardrails.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, these are companies doing billions of dollars making mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Big ones. How do we think that
Joe Schmo,
is going to be able to...
is going to think about that?
It's going to be a nightmare.
It already is.
Well, anything positive going on in the AI world?
I saw a guy launch yesterday a full-scale AI doctor for free, trained and managed by physicians. So anyone now can have free healthcare to an extent, anyone in the world for free. And where they make their money is off of, I don't actually understand how they really make their money, but it's free to use the site. So you can meet with an AI doctor. The AI doctors are all overseen, and final say is all overseen by real physicians. And I don't know if it's just venture backed or what, but I've seen a bunch of stories of this guy go viral. He spun this off. I can't remember the name of if you just Google it, you'll see it. It's a trending story right now, but that was really cool. There's another really cool AI health startup that's coming out that they're curing a bunch of diseases. They're putting AI into like the people's blood work and some of these diseases that have just been kind of overlooked. Not really looking at it as a profit thing, but how can we use these things and deploy them in health, which is not really being done enough in my opinion. So those two are two really cool use cases recently.
I actually have a buddy of mine who has a clinic in Austin called Medici. And I was talking to them about coming in and getting like a full health scan. And like, it's like thousands of markers, right? It's like, we learn everything about you. It's all AI. So like you come in, get a scan, and then you come back later and get another scan, let's say. And like, it will tell you how many new freckles you got in a year's time. Like, this freckle grew X amount of millimeters. Like, just like stuff that's so preventative, that's just like game changing in the health world. So I'm like really curious to see where that continues to go in the future in the healthcare space.
Let me know if you do that, because I'd be interested in.
Yeah, it's very interesting in Austin. What do you personally got coming up?
Well, by the time this goes out, it'll probably be fully public, but Kenzie and I, as of today, 13 weeks pregnant.
Let's go.
So you always have to check with me before we publish this, but
it's exciting.
Yeah, we're getting pictures done this weekend so we can announce it.
Yeah. You gonna get a tan?
Yeah, no. No. Maybe a fake one.
Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah. But really excited about that. Excited to enter this kind of new phase of life.
Yeah. Dad life. Let's go, dude. Let's go.
So that's been a big...
Uncle Mike is ready.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we're hyped about it. Probably do a gender reveal at some point, but we're just trying to do dealing with all like the dad anxieties of everything. Just, I don't know. There's just a million more things you worry about. I'm probably more stressed right now than I ever have been in any stage of the business, which is like saying a lot. I didn't think that was going to be possible. I thought I was over that. So just I'm praying a lot. We started a new group, or a new group program, I guess you would call. Yeah, called Rooted, through Lake Point Church. And we're doing like a married version of it. So we're getting kind of side by side, individual, but side by side in terms of just growing with our faith in that foundation. It's really important to me to have a really rock solid foundation on just how to be a leader in the household, as we're growing the household. Hopefully have a couple of bathrooms in the house done by end of this month, maybe. Cross my fingers on that.
For those who don't know, bought a house, completely renovated it. It's been a process over the last year.
Yeah. Last October we bought it.
Yeah. So been building a business and a house, and apparently building a family too.
Yeah.
So quite the busy man.
Yeah. All the things. That's what Dan was asking me earlier. He was like, wait, so you're renovating a house? I was like, yeah. He's like, so new dad, you got a puppy not that long ago.
I told you not to do that.
Completely redoing your house and running these businesses. Sounds like you don't have a lot going on. Like, yeah, probably more than I should, for sure.
Nothing personally.
Exactly.
Just work related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
cool. This weekend I'm going to Vegas, in and out, 24 hours.
Nice.
John Summit concert.
Okay.
So he's like rated like one of the number one DJ in the world right now, I think, or second DJ in the world.
With Ben.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I think it's a group of like 10 of us.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll fly out there Saturday. He goes on at like 1:30 in the morning. So I'm pretty sure like we're the youngest ones going on the trip. And I'm already like, that's late.
Yeah.
But it'll be a fun time. Looking forward to that. Obviously getting ready. It's the only travel I have until we go to the Arnold.
Mm-hmm.
So then we start the whole shows. So we have this week, I think we get the booths designed, landing page for the workshop figured out, and then just start that whole process of like, either I'm going to be out of office or, people in person, out of office or people in person. So lots of shaking hands and kissing babies on this side of the fence.
Be busy.
You can be having babies, I'm going to be kissing babies.
Mm-hmm.
And then what else we got? Oh, May, I've got I was just talking about Q2 here. I'm doing the 100-mile hike, Mount LeBlanc. Yeah, with Brady Oki.
Yeah.
28 people doing 100 miles in the Swiss Alps. So that's going to be interesting.
Better start prepping for that.
Well, that's part of it. Since I'm like the heaviest I've been in a long time, as I'm also getting ready for the North Americans. It's like I'm going to be carrying all this weight.
Mm-hmm.
My calves, they're going to be hurting.
Yeah.
I walk 4 miles a day, and that's like it. I'm a walking pad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do 100 miles in 7 days. That's just pure undulation. So that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Glutes are definitely going to be feeling it by the end of that trip.
That'd be cool, though.
Yeah, those are really the only two travel pieces I have on a personal side right now is the Vegas and that. And then the rest of it's just work.
Yeah.
Work. What you got, like 9 shows locked in, 10 shows locked in? I had one of the promoters coming last night, so we might have like 2 more to add to the schedule.
Nice.
So right now we have 1 show that's local in August, nothing in October, so might try to slide another one in October, maybe another one in November, we'll see.
Make sure you leave spot for Lead Summit.
Yep. Thank you.
And we got to go to Vegas. We have to go to Vegas in October, too.
Oh, that's right. We might be able to see if we can just loop all that together. Yeah. We got to plan that.
Yeah.
If they don't know, we went out to Hermosi in October, and we essentially purchased to work with them in a more of a one-to-one capacity. And so we're going to basically do that. So we got to plan and actually make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Paid for it, but haven't planned for it. So
yeah. I think it's going to be crazy because the business is going to look totally different in 90 days, much less 10 months.
Yes.
Or 8 months from now.
Yeah. What else is on the docket?
I don't know. For me, no. I mean, I'm going to be the best man at my buddy's wedding in May. I've actually got back-to-back weddings in May. So we've got wedding in Florida, destination wedding that we're flying out to. That's one I'm the best man at. And then we come back and then go to a wedding in Oklahoma with a high school buddy.
It's that season again.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Yep.
Don't ask me. I don't want to go. I'm busy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I get a lot of invites, whether it's just like a low key, just like, do you want me to come? Or are you just asking for money?
Yeah, or gifts. Exactly. That's part of the game, honestly.
It is, and I'm like, man, I should have had a second wedding.
Yeah, you guys are gonna do a party.
Yeah, we still might. Who knows? So, wife.
Well, if Katie's any indication, you can do as many weddings as you want.
I guess that's true. For those who don't know, we have a friend who had like 3 weddings. So,
same person.
Yeah.
She just wanted to celebrate.
They repeated the process 3 times.
Yeah.
We didn't have a wedding. We just went to the courthouse, and Paula didn't really want to be like the center of attention, and like didn't want to be celebrated. And I want her to be celebrated, right? Like I just think it's not for me. It's just like so much just for her, right? Mm-hmm. At the same time, selfishly, like I want to like be celebrated for our commitment and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But April makes our 2nd anniversary, and so might try to throw like a little party of some degree, which would be cool. Something I thought about doing, but it's one of those things to where it's like you got to have a planner in the relationship to make those things happen, and neither one of us are like real planners. And so it's like we never plan anything past the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, I always call myself like the Venmo friends. Like, hey, you invite me on a trip and I want to go. Don't ask me where we're going. Don't ask me what we're doing. Just say, be here at this time. It's this much. Cool. I'm going to Venmo you. I'm not going to say, hey, we should go here for dinner. Hey, we should go do this. I give like 0 opinions when I go on trips. So like, I'm actually it's the opposite of in here. Here I have all the opinions. Go on vacation, 0 opinions. Matter of fact, don't ask me to think. Like, I'm not giving any 2 cents on anything. I'm just showing up and going with the flow. I think too much here. I don't want to think there.
I feel that.
And so since I do that, and then Paula's like, but you're like supposed to be running this show. I'm just like, well, nothing gets done.
Yeah, Kinsey and I do the same thing. And then we end up in an argument that, well, I wanted you to tell me what you wanted to do. I'm like, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Totally cool.
I'm not a very good itinerary guy either. Yeah. But you've seen that in person. Yeah. Gotta have an itinerary in place when you're traveling with a spouse. It's really important to like be in charge. You learn the hard way. So that's new for me. So whenever we go on a big trip, like when we went to Switzerland to technically get married, I had a travel agency do everything.
Yeah.
I was like, they're like, what do you want me to do? I go, everything. I'm like, book the dinner reservations. Tell me where to be. Tell me when to leave the hotel. Like, I want every minute down to tell me what to do. That way, like, I don't drop the ball on anything.
Yeah.
And it's actually really great. Like, I view it as like, hey, this is like a really great mentor.
Yeah.
Except you're just doing it for travel. And I think it's like, I think a lot of people miss that. What they don't realize is that usually the travel agent doesn't get paid from you. They get paid from the hotels for booking it.
Makes sense.
So it's like, it's technically free.
Yeah.
They're just using their discounts. Some of them that are, let's say, like more famous.
Yeah.
They're going to charge a fee just because whatever. But I don't think it's necessary. You find a good person that will do it. And it's just like, they're going to call and do all the things.
Yeah.
So how would you suggest doing that? Traveling anywhere for more than like 5 days overseas.
That's a good tip. That's the stuff I want to start doing, especially with baby on the way around the house, is like figuring out where, like Hormozy always talks about, the biggest impacts to his life for the lowest amount of leverage is like laundry, cleaning the house, like groceries, like getting that stuff taken care of or outsourced, basically. Dan Martell talks about a home manager, just someone you pay that just is the one that books the reservations or make sure the groceries the fridge is stocked, make sure the house is clean. Like, he talks about how big of a impact to his life that was for a very low. Like, I want to figure out those types of things.
Yeah, I think I'll dive into this for a second because I've like seen it firsthand. There are levels to income to where we start to do some of those things. But if I could just like pick a bone real quick, like no maids that I found do laundry. Like, I want a maid to somebody come around and like, hey, like come and clean the house once a week. I got 2 dogs.
Yeah.
Right. Like all the little things that turn into big things, but like no one will do laundry.
Yeah, which is weird.
I'm like, but I'll pay. Like,
They have those things where you can just drop it on your front porch in like a bag.
Yep.
But I haven't.
Yeah, it's like a dry clean, drive by. Yep. That's really needed because I have some clothes that I need to do dry cleaning and I'll just wash it by hand because I don't want to do the effort of like having to call or go pick it up. And I'm like, what am I doing?
Like this new shirt?
Yes. Yes. I have this, well, I made an Instagram post the other day and I was standing there and actually I filmed it in Ibiza. Wife bought me a bunch of new shirts, like awesome shirts. Right, it was like silk, nice designs, and you know some shirts like you can wear certain things certain places.
Yeah,
but if you go out to eat in Dallas on Tuesday at a Texas Roadhouse, like
you might get looked at a little.
You're gonna get a look, right? Like this is like one of those shirts, right? Or I have like this really nice mesh shirt that is a cutoff, but it's like a nice knit. Like you can wear that to dinner at an island or the beach, but like wearing that out in Houston probably gonna be weird.
Yeah.
Right. So I like made this video and I was like,
on what restaurant you guys do.
Right. So I'm like,
what district you're in?
Do I look rich or gay? And then, because the comments are just like, you know, people's like, oh, you look, you know, this, that. So we were like, both. Right? Just like roasting me. But I mean, I do think that's like what you wear in places that you like definitely makes a difference. Mm-hmm. You know, just like fitting the part. But I'm also the guy that's like, I would rather be overdressed than underdressed. That's just like how I roll.
Yeah. I feel like I've gotten more that way. Yeah. I didn't care about any, I mean, you know, I don't care about most of it. That's why you've gotten me shoes. You're like, hey, you need to switch out the shoes.
But yeah. Let's just upgrade them.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy, but it's just like, you know, pair of shoes 2 years old.
Yeah.
As a business owner, it's like we can show that we're doing okay.
And I'm bad at all. Like I'm bad at any of that stuff.
And it's not about name brand, right? It's just about like how many scuff mark is on that.
Yeah. How dirty are they?
How faded are those jeans? Like I wear the same black jeans all the time, and it's like they're pretty faded. I should probably get some newer ones, right? That's just one of those examples.
But we did like Kinsey has forced me to elevate a little bit. I feel like you forced me to elevate a little bit. So I've gotten a lot more of like, you know what, we're going to church or something. Like I enjoy dressing up a little bit more. And
it's the same thing as like the haircut piece. Mm-hmm. Like, hey man, just get a consistent haircut. Mm-hmm. That's it. Like just look your part.
Yeah.
First impression is everything. And so it's just like, how are you representing yourself? Mm-hmm. You know, there's a hot take. Like, ladies, you show up looking like a mess all the time for your husband. It doesn't make him also look the best either.
Yeah.
I know no one wants to like say that out loud, but like it matters. Sure. If your husband's walking around with a scruffy beard and not taking care of himself, it doesn't make you look good either. Mm. But it's like, how are we showing up for our partners, our people in our life to showcase like, hey, I care, I'm here, I want to be my best self.
Well, even just at the office, like something that we have to, I mean, I had a few talks with the guys in the office yesterday because we have more people in office now, and so there's a whole lot more of a standard. Show up on time. Hey, we don't leave food scraps in the sink. You know, when you go to the bathroom, because of how the towels are in the building here, there's going to be scraps of towels that come off. We don't leave scraps of towels in the bathroom on the floor. We pick it up. So if I come into the bathroom after somebody that's on our team and there's scraps of towels all over the floor, then I know you didn't do your job by picking up if we showed up in sweats and a hoodie every single day, what would the rest of the office wear? Mm-hmm. Sweats and a hoodie. It wouldn't fix up. So there's a whole lot more things now, which is weird because it's been the three of us for 2 years, basically, you, me, and Felicity, where we kind of know everyone's going to uphold a certain standard. And then now there's more variables in the mix. So we have more pressure to, hey, this is how we do one thing. That's how we do everything. Mm-hmm. So you're expected to also uphold this. The unspoken stuff that we didn't really have to say when it was just three of us is sometimes now the spoken stuff, like just created an employee handbook that now we have people sign whenever they come in office. It's just, I don't know. It's a whole new ball game.
Yeah, it's one of those things to where it's like a lot of things go unspoken because you just know, or that's how you got to come to know each other, and it's kind of just like setting the standard. And then now it kind of just like, well, one person does it, well, they're doing it, so I can do it. And that's kind of like the whole reason of trying to get something just a set standard. I don't want to use the word corporate, but corporate is nothing more than just a standard that's being held. Like, go out to eat and the place has a dress code. That's to hold a standard of what they want people to look like. Because what I don't want to do is show up with my wife on an anniversary. We're dressed really nice, sitting beside somebody that's got a hat on and sweatpants. That just ruins the environment of like this fun, nice steakhouse, right? So it's just holding a standard. That also goes to like how you do one thing, how you do everything. Like, go back to like the toilet paper thing. Quick story. So when we went to Alex Hermosi's workshop, the place was immaculate. It was really nice. And walk into the restroom. Of course, there's like tons of people, right? There's 100 people here. And so it's just nonstop washing hands all day. We got unlimited energy drinks. So it's like in and out of the restroom. And there's just water like everywhere. Like people shake their hands. It's on the mirror. And I'm like grabbing and like wiping the sinks and like wipe the mirror, drying the mirror off. And this kid goes, "You on payroll?" I go, "No, I just have a standard." leave it better than I found it.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, huh. And like I felt like that left an impression on him because he was also in shorts, t-shirt, while everybody else is in collared shirts and pants.
Mm-hmm.
This is like, so like all those little things actually make a difference because you dress this way. It's very clear that you also act that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you want those type of people around you because those are the ones that are going to elevate where you're trying to go in life. Otherwise, it's like, well, that's just good enough. Or that's not my problem. That's not my fault. And all of a sudden, before you know it, they're leaving their cart in the parking lot at the grocery store.
That's my biggest thing. Kinsey makes fun of me.
Put your cart away, people.
Yeah, Kinsey makes fun of me all the time because we'll get to, for picking up trash, like random people's trash and throwing it away. And then also for if I see a stray cart, like it used to be really bad when we go to Target because everybody at Target just leaves them everywhere. And so I would spend like 10 minutes as we're walking out in front of the people because also there's a lot of times workers standing there that are also not putting up the carts that people are just leaving and just leaving as acceptable. So in front of the workers, a lot of times I'll grab all the carts that someone just ditched on the way out of the building and I'll put all of them up one by one. Because, but bigger, can we just please go? And I'm like, no, like people need to see somebody doing this.
Yes.
So they maybe think twice the next time.
Yes.
It's such a simple thing that it's like, you got the cart out, put the cart up.
I think a lot of people don't realize is that by showing up and like being the leader in that situation, like it does rub off. But like, hey, you know what? I can do that. Or like, hey, that's a good deed. They picked up trash. Let me actually pick up that piece of trash too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's good that people see you doing the thing you need to do. Let's be very clear though. You don't pick up the trash so that somebody sees you pick up the trash.
Mm-hmm.
That's pride. That's I'm better than you. And that's a sticky.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest, like I've been in situations where like, let me do this so it's been seen as a good deed.
Mm-hmm.
That's my own selfish, like, let me be seen as a hero for a second. And it's like, but that's not the whole point. Right? I understand like filming, helping a homeless person because you want to get views and it brings light to the situation. That's helping people. More people get to see it. But giving a homeless person money so that you can just get glorified on the internet is also not the point of what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And it's hard to find that line when from a social perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, what is your gut telling you in that moment? And it's just like, rethink that because it will hit you.
Definitely.
It has me. So, and that's just me not being perfect and a sinner. So,
no, I think we're all like that. I think that's natural. I was gonna say something off of what we were just talking about. That was another pet peeve around that same thing, but I can't remember what it was.
the gym weights.
Gym weights are the same way. I know gyms that'll fine you they'll look at camera footage to see who left the weight out and fine you after the fact. That's how it is at Recess in Dallas. They'll fine you $75 a pop for every time you leave.
Wow.
Yeah. They'll watch back the cameras because they have pictures of all the people. And if you were the one that left the weight out, those $75 right off the card.
Now, are you a person that puts your weight back on the dumbbell rack and then you line up the numbers so that they're vertical?
I used to be like that. But I've also gotten on the flip side of that. I don't feel like I do that anymore, but I do line up all of our energy drinks and like sodas.
You do that, yeah.
Logos out because I just think that looks better and cleaner. And what do I want a client? Do I want a client to open the fridge and see all of the stuff?
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Not in the same row and
I can appreciate it.
Out. So I don't feel like I do it at the gym anymore, but I have to do a similar thing.
Yeah. I've done it. No, I don't do it anymore. Or like lining up all the weights when I put them on the tree. Just like it's on the tree.
Yeah.
It's where it needs to be. It's just not lined up because it's going to be grabbing 2 seconds. But to go with your point of like, but this is my house. I've heard that at 1P, all right, first form, if you don't line the weights up, they'll find the footage and be like, who put those weights sideways?
Really? That's funny.
Don't put the weights up, you're no longer allowed in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
This is my house. And technically it is. Like this office, this is our house.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that everybody in here has to treat it as our house. Because the point is that when somebody walks in, because at any given point, we could have somebody stop by.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want your house ready, or do we have to get it ready? And we shouldn't be having to get anything ready. It should always be ready. And so whether that's cleanliness or aligning the sodas in the fridge, whatever it may be, those attention to details, I do think make a giant difference.
I think we're seeing the fruits of that, honestly, because we have had so many more people in here. Like it was a big deal to me that the week of your show, at one point we had 17 people in here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, most of them had no like business going on at ARHQ that day.
They just popped in because they were in town.
Hang out, wanted to come see what we got going on, or had been here before and they like love us and just want to come be around us in the environment. And that, I think, is one of the biggest compliments whenever you have a space, is your clientele think it's such a cool space, such an energizing space, that they want to just come be there just to be there. That was a cool unlock for me, I think.
Yeah. I'll put this out there. Do not just show up at our office.
Yeah.
That will not go well, I promise you.
Mm-hmm. But we want you to want to just show up.
Yes, but out of respect, don't just show up to my house.
Definitely let us know.
Right. I'd say a quick story. Back when I used to work at Shreds, it was key card access. Like, you couldn't get on the elevator without saying where you were going. Mm-hmm. And then you get up, we go up the elevator, and then you couldn't get in the office without scanning your key code. Dude, because we would have, like, lack of a better word, like creepers, where people would like lie and get past the front desk, run past them, get in the elevator, run upstairs, just to be like, Arvin, Joey, like, I want to work here. Give me a job. And like, there were times we had to call the police and wait for the police to come grab the person because they wouldn't let go of the door handle. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, that's wild.
What? And I like realized that moment. I was like, "Oh, we're great in movement."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no kidding. That's one way to look at it for sure.
I don't know what the movement is, but we're doing it.
Maybe we're not attracting people enough.
Yeah, like people are like,
happen yet.
Are like willing to go to jail over getting to have a conversation.
Yeah,
with somebody.
That's probably why Hormozy's got all that security in his place,
dude. Oh, 100%. That's 1,000% what it is. Right? So you go to acquisition, like you got to go through
multiple layers of security.
Yeah. So you have like, they check your bags. You have to walk through metal detectors.
You got a wand, everything.
Like the works, which at the same time, like, hey, I get it.
Yeah. Also
in Vegas, it's like, wherever you're at, like homeless population, this, that, whatever, like doors stay locked at all times. So like I get it. I get it. I don't know that I ever want to get to that level. But I think that actually comes more with like a fame degree than it does like a revenue degree, which begs a big question for all the coaches. Would you rather be rich or famous?
I would rather be rich. I don't want the fame aspect of it. And even on the rich thing, like I think I don't know if I even want billionaire problems. Like you look at some of this, every billionaire, all of your moves nonstop are just like public. Mm-hmm. There's very few like non-public eye billionaires. Yeah. Especially domestically. Yeah. It's like, I want millionaire problems. I don't know if I want billionaire problems.
Yeah. There's just the scrutiny. Yeah. There's this nonstop microscope. Mm-hmm. Nonstop microscope. There's not many people that can just attract that type of wealth without being noticed.
Yeah. And that's assuming that you can get to either one too, which is like a percent of a percent of a percent.
Speaking of something funny about being able to get in contact with somebody, I had a friend of mine, I will keep them disclosed, put on a resume one time in the early 20s that their 3 like points of contact was like the CEO of XYZ Bank and the VP of XYZ Pharmacy. Just like unreachable people. Yeah. Like you can't call them.
Just,
and I thought,
just so that they could, it's unverifiable, but it looks cool.
Right. Just like, yeah, of course I know him. It's my dad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can't get hold of him. I tried to call. Yeah, it's 4 layers to get to him. You can't do him.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's a good note. We're posting more and more jobs, and that's been interesting looking at resumes and stuff.
Yeah. So we're in the process of hiring
2 positions.
2 positions, good talent. The one of them right now is a social media coordinator. We're basically somebody that helps keeps organized, post these consistently, or just getting us more organized in the content perspective. Is obviously as we have 2 personal brands, the company plus Check-ins Pro. So it's going to be quite a bit of organization and content.
And we'll be looking for an office manager / event planner soon.
Mm-hmm.
Someone that's just like super, super, super type A organized down to everything. So if you are with that person, or if you know that person, that's someone we want on our radar right now.
Yep. And you match the values, live in Dallas, open to moving to Dallas. Like, we're all about it. Anybody that is interested in potentially job situation, best thing to do would be to email team@arfunnel.io.
Mm-hmm.
Resume, preferably a Loom video talking about why you want to work here, what you're good at, where you live, would you be willing to relocate, all the things. Like, sell yourself.
Mm-hmm.
We do get quite a bit of inquiries. The more effort you put into it just goes to show, like, you're going to stand out. So if you do the bare minimum, expect the bare minimum response, which is probably nothing.
Yeah, and we even ask for Loom videos in the applications, and so it's like if you apply, and even if you have a great resume, but you didn't read the part that has, hey, submit a Loom video with these questions answered, we're not going to look twice at you.
Yeah, and if you won't take 5 minutes to make the video, you're not a good fit anyway.
Yeah. And if you can't read through instructions enough to understand that that's a part of the requirement of the job, then that tells us everything we need to know.
Yep. We had like 50-something applications on one thing, and then we had like 10 people send videos.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like even the best talent doesn't match the culture because you won't do the things required. We're out. So cool. So what do we got wrapped up coming this week?
Sending the workbook off for print. Hopefully tomorrow or Friday. Other than that, putting the finishing touches on Check-ins Pro. The trainer has integrations in the works, and putting the finishing touches on that before the official public launch.
Cool. I worked with Dan yesterday. I'm building out an entire new course to basically package with what it is we do. Obviously, we build funnels. That's what we do. Coaching is a second thing of what we do. And so Mike's trifecta system is what we're coming up with. It's basically 5 different modules. Probably end up being like 3 to 4 hours worth of just pure video that's like edited down. It's going to be a lot, but I'm actually excited because we haven't filmed educational courses in quite some time. And so that's on my agenda to like start to tackle and knock out. And I'm really excited about it because it's going to be everything that we talk about in persons, everything we talk about with our VIP clients, everything that we've learned along the way. And basically that tagline is like, one thing I actually heard a few weeks ago that I've been kind of using is like, success leaves clues.
Mm-hmm.
And after doing thousands of one-on-one calls with coaches and after spending $200,000 worth of continued education in the business mentorship for us, what are the clues that I've found along the way that have led to coaches' success, our own successes, and trying to get those into actionable items in which you can do to really start to grow the business, specifically for online fitness coaches. So I'm excited to dive into that and get that going.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
So cool, man. Well, dude, appreciate you again. Thanks for stopping by Coach's Corner. Like, subscribe, share with a friend, and we'll see you guys next week.